Okay, it's about what you do. It's a whosoever doeth business. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a shot to make it by what I did, not whether not someone liked me. Okay, now I'm a likable guy, but I didn't want that to be the thing. So if you wanted to be judged on what you do, this is a perfect business for that. All right, finally, how do you make money? So let's talk about the making money part. Cut to the chase, right? Alex, I've been waiting. Mike's going, man, show me the money. Okay, so let's just show you the basics. Basically what we do is we're going to get you started. And we're going to help you learn how to take care of a family. All right? Okay, you're thinking that's an arrow. It's actually a house, okay? Okay, so you help somebody cover their homes, okay, with a mortgage protection product. The average sale is about $83 a month, okay? And so how you calculate your commissions on that is you take 83 times the 12 months, okay, that's $1,000 sales credit. Okay, and what we're going to do is teach you how to do that. So 1,000 times 55%, that's the starting commission rate. Okay, you can see down here, it's 55%. You start out at the IBA level. So you multiply 55% times 1,000, you're making $550. It's not a bad deal. You're not trying to close a $5,000 home window replacement program and trying to get financing. It's $83 a month to protect their families in the event of death, making sure that the house is paid for if they die. It's a very, very emotional sale, okay? And you get paid quite a bit of money, $550. That's really kind of the first level of making money. So let me ask you a question. Can you do one of these a week? Like, Will, would it be all right if you book 3 appointments, sit on 2 appointments, and close 1?
Yeah.
Do you have time to do 3 appointments?
Yeah.
How long, Joe, how long is an appointment on average?
Hour and 10 minutes.
Hour till, so let's round it down to 1 hour, because you're not as long-winded as Joe is. So you book 3 appointments, sit on 2, and close 1. How long, Paul, do you think it would take to book 3 appointments? Half an hour. Yeah. It doesn't take long to book 3 appointments. And when can you run your appointments? I don't know, when you have time. At least if you got a full-time job, then you're probably running your appointments maybe on the evenings. Okay? So maybe it's not Monday night because it's Monday night football. Maybe it's not Wednesday night because you got church. Maybe it's not Thursday night because it's Thursday night football. So maybe you saw them on Tuesday night, unless you have a really favorite show that you like to watch. But you can book 3 appointments on a Tuesday night, or 3 appointments on a Saturday morning. It's up to you. But if you book 3, sit on 2, close 1, you're making $500 a week. So you're making like $2,000 a month on what, 3 hours worth of appointments? Oh, by the way, that 1 hour was no-show. That was a no-show anyway. Or we call it me-show. I showed up, they weren't there. And if you do that week after week after week, that's not bad income, $24,000 a year. Matt, if I wrote you a check for $24,000, would you tear it up? No, absolutely not, man. I don't know if you think that's chump change, but you know what they say, that if families made an extra $500 a month, half the foreclosures would have gone away. Is that amazing? So let's say you're making $2,000 a month, Katrina. Would $2,000 a month extra on a part-time basis make a difference in your life?
That's how much I'm making full time.
That's how much you're making full time. So 40 hours a week? That's crazy, isn't it? So we said what? 3 appointments, that's 3 hours, maybe half hour to book it, so 4 hours, you know, I don't know, let's just round it up to 5 hours a week. So 5 hours versus 40 to make what you're making. Is that a good trade-off? Do you think you spend more time with your son if you just spent 5 hours working versus 40? A lot more time. That's awesome. So you could like flush your job. Wow, I love that. Dwayne, what would you do with an extra $2,000 a month?
Spend it on my children.
Spend it on your children. What would you like to do for your kids?
They play basketball, so gym shoes, training.
That'll buy one set of Michael Jordan 24s. Well, you gotta buy the one that you put away, that you save, and then you buy the other one that you actually wear. You know what I mean? Lisa, what would an extra $2,000 a month mean in your life?
Quite a bit.
What would you do?
Well, I would pay off some credit plus loans. There's a lot of things. Need a new car.
New car. Man, you know what? One thing that's funny, Patrick Connors, my buddy, and I, we were always hoping that one day we would have a car that was under 100,000 miles. You know, a car that would actually start consistently every time. And then when you turn it off, it would actually stop too. You know? Okay. So what would be the car that you'd like to drive?
Oh my goodness. There's actually 3 vehicles. I would like to have
Jeep.
Jeep.
Those rock, those new ones. They almost,
Tires.
yeah, the big tires, the big rims. That's what I'm talking about, all tricked out. Yeah, she doesn't play around, does she? Pimp my ride, baby. So that's vehicle number 1. Vehicle number 2?
It's just a car that I like. It's a Nissan. The new one.
Nissan
Murano.
Murano.
The
Murano.
one that's convertible.
What's it convert to? You take the top off, right? That rocks. Okay, vehicle number 3.
It's a Thunderbird, an old classic.
Oh my God, my uncle used to have one. I remember back in '66, '67, take the top off and he cruises around Lake Merritt in Oakland, California. Well, he was a priest too, by the way, which kind of rocked. A priest driving a Thunderbird. It was cool. Yeah, that would rock. Good stuff. Anybody would like to travel? Who's travel? Betsy, would you like to go somewhere? Where would you like to go?
Anywhere tropical.
Anywhere tropical. That's a large Costa Rica. Awesome. Can we go to Costa Rica? Yeah, we went to Costa Rica. There's a lot of Costa Ricans down there in Costa Rica. You know what I found interesting about Costa Rica is that, you know, we assume that it's like Mexico where everyone speaks English too. Costa Rica, man, they just speak Spanish and they could care less about whether you understand them or not. That's why it's like you get on the phone with the hotel and they're just like totally speaking Spanish. So I'm like muddling through. Man, Costa Rica rocks. Imagine being able to go there for like 3 months just because you could. You know, that's the opportunity you have here. How about you? Where would you travel?
Where would I travel?
There's a lot of places I haven't been. I would like to go.
What's a bucket list? What's your number 1 bucket list place to see?
Belize.
Belize.
Yes. I know it's a weird place, but yeah, I have some friends that go there a lot. They have some property out there. So.
Man, that sounds awesome to me. Belize is.
But I travel a lot anyway. So, but it's a few places I still haven't been. Like, I haven't even been to London yet because I like to go to. Not saying London's not fun. I may want to find like the fun places. So, you know, I think I'm waiting till I get a little bit. I'm thinking now the age I go to like Europe or whatever. I think that's a little bit more chill spot. You know, I think
Well, if you like
that's
fun, I
fun.
hear Amsterdam rocks.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a lot of bad stuff too in Amsterdam.
As soon as I
That's
got
awesome.
military first year, I get out.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about you, Matt? What's your thing? Cars, travel,
Horse, cars, travel, a little both.
little of both?
Sure, why not?
What's your dream car, dude?
Too many.
Too many?
Too many. I can't decide. We'll say a trip to Greece.
Oh,
Go there for
Greece.
Santorini, check it out. Stay there for 3 months just because I can.
You know what, dude? We're going there. That's one of our award trips. We're doing our job. In fact, if you averaged about 7-8 families you helped a month, you get all expense paid cruise out of Venice to through the Greek Isles. When are we going? June?
June.
June. And some of our agents in here are going. I mean, it's exactly what you're talking. Like the white houses on that hill. Man, I can't wait to go. It's a real thing, man. The next, if you could join us, the next trip would be to Banff, Canada. This is the next award trip. So I've never been to Banff, but I hear that is one of the most rocking places that you could go to because they say you have no idea. Has anyone ever been to Banff?
On my computer.
So is that true about Banff? Did you enjoy it?
Well, yeah, I was there in the winter, yeah, it was still awesome.
How about you? You been to Banff?
Yes,
How do you like it?
it's like Yellowstone.
Pardon me?
It's like Yellowstone,
Yellowstone?
basically.
Hey man, I enjoyed Yellowstone, but Banff sounds a lot more exotic to me than Yellowstone.
More expensive.
Yeah, well, it's all expense paid, so I like that part too. Does anyone ever have like a credit card vacation? Those aren't fun, man, because you know it's on a credit card. Here they give you a debit card with about $800 in it. You get to spend it however you want, so that rocks.
And they,
Yeah, so, okay. So, I don't know what you do with the money, but man, you gotta get in for some kind of reason. All right, so, you know what? You could sell as much as you want. If you sell more, you're gonna make more. Like here, the top level, you have to do 40,000. So this is talking about doing 1,000 in a week, but if you did 40,000 in a month, helping 40 families, you're at a 105% commission rate. So 40,000 AP credit times 105%, it's like over $40,000, right?
Joke.
Okay, so the professional sales opportunity is great if that's what you want to do. Let me share with you why I got in this thing, and that was the ability to build a sales team, okay? So Lisa, if you can do it, can you think you could teach one other person to do what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Give me a name of someone who you think you could bless with an opportunity like this.
Tamara.
Tamara. I love it.
Tamara.
Tamara. And where does she live?
I think she is in, well, she's here in Phoenix, but she lives in Tempe.
Okay, well, so she's in the Phoenix area. Awesome. You ever fun them? No, just kidding. Okay, so Tamara. So we're going to teach Tamara to do what you've done. So we're going to teach her how to help one family a week. Set 3, sit 2, close 1. Set 3, sit 2, close 1. Do you think an extra 500 a week would make a difference in her life?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we're going to get Tamara involved. And here's what's cool, is that when you get Tamara involved, you're at this level right here called business developer, okay, where you see the Charlie Brown head with the pygmy head underneath. Okay, so you get promoted to a 60% commission rate. Is that okay to promote you?
Absolutely.
So we can make more money? So we're going to promote you to 60%. So now you're making $600 a week. That's pretty cool, huh? Just by helping someone out. But you know what? Tamara's at a 55% commission rate. So that 5% has to go somewhere. That 5% differential between your 60 and 55 is called an override. And that's how it works in the insurance industry. You get an override percentage on her production. So not only do you get $600 on your personal 1,000 a week, but you get another 5% on what Tamara does. So that's another $50. Okay, not a lot, but if I wrote you a check for $50, you wouldn't tear it up, would you? You'd take it. Sharon, now you're making $650 a week. Not a bad deal. Have you changed anything? You're still helping one family. Book 3, sit 2, close 1. Now you got Tamara booking 3, sit 2, close 1. Not a bad deal. So do you think you have someone else that you think might be interested? Give me someone in another state that you think you trust and you think maybe could.
Kathy.
Kathy, where's Kathy live?
Kathy is in Ohio.
All right, my neck of the woods, Ohio. So what we're going to do with Kathy is we're going to teach her to do exactly what Tamara did. In fact, since she's in Ohio, I'm probably going to help train her. I'm going to help her get productive. And I'm not going to charge you a penny. Is that cool? That's cool how our system works. We're going to teach her to book 3, sit 2, close 1. She does 1,000. She's at a 55%. She's making $500 a week to help her family out. Do you think that you help her make $500 a week, she's going to thank you? Probably. And here's how we're going to thank you for helping us expand our business in Ohio, is we're going to promote you again. You're going to move up to this business promoter level, because you've got 2 people productive under you. So we're gonna move you to the 65% level. Now you're making $650 a week, but your override's changed. Because now you're overriding at 65%, 2 legs at 55%, so that's 10%, and their total production is 1,000, 2,000, times 10%, that's $200. It's $850 a week. Are you doing more than booking 3, sit 2, and close 1? That's all you're doing, right? Now you're making $850 a week. So let me go into super slow motion here. You doubled your business, didn't you? And by doubling your business, your commission rate went up 5%, so you made another $50 a month. But check this out, you doubled your business, your override went up by 400%. Well, that's called leverage. Double your business and your profit on the override side goes up by 400%. It rocks. Okay, so Tamara goes, you know, Lisa, I like what you're doing. You're doing what I'm doing, but you're making way more money than me. You're making $300 more a week than I am. How do I do what you're doing? And all you do is ask Tamara, hey, who do you know that you think would like to make some extra money? Part-time, can they do 5 hours a week? I said, yeah, I know some people. So Tamara knows Jose. We're gonna help Jose do 1,000 a week. He's at a 55%. And then we're gonna bring in Hose B. So Hose B, he does 1,000 a week. He does 55%. Guess what? She looks like you did. She's at a 65%. Now she's making what you're making, $850. Now Kathy says, hey, hold on. How's Tamara doing that? They're saying, who do you know? And Kathy goes, I know this guy named Fred. And we're gonna help Fred do 1,000. And he's in Colorado, Denver, Colorado. And we're gonna help him do 1,000, 55%. She's now at a 60, and she's making $650 a week. And let's say you bring on a couple more people. We're gonna teach them to do 1,000 a week. And here's what happens. You've got this group, and these 2 people. That picture looks like this right here, this key leader. You've got those people in your group, you're at an 80% commission rate. Her eyes just went up twice, her eyebrows. So, Lisa, we're gonna promote you to 80%. Now you're making $800 a week in your personal production, okay? But now she's going, okay, tell me about this override thing. So let's calculate your overrides. So now you're at 80%. Tamara's at 65%. That's a 15% override differential, isn't it? So you've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week in production times 15% override per week. That's $450 in overrides per week, just off Tamara's group. Okay, it doesn't come out of her commissions. The insurance company is going to give you credit and say, and track it all. They're going to send you a check for that every week. That group does that. Kathy's group, your differential here is 20% because that's 80 minus 60. And the total volume is 2,000 a week. So now you're at 2,000 a week times 20%. That's 400 a week in overrides. And then those 2 other legs here that are at the 55% commission rate level. You got them both doing 1,000 a week times 25%. That's 250 a week, 250 a week. When you add 450, 400, 250, 250, that's 1,350 a week on top of your 800 a week, 2,150 times 48 weeks, that's like 103,000, I believe 103,500. And what are you doing every week, Lisa? booking 3, sitting 2, closing 1. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Has anyone gone full-time yet, Dwayne? No, everyone still has their job. Everyone's not worried about whether they make a sale or not. Everyone is relaxed, right? This is why I got in, because I've helped a lot of people learn how to do this. I've helped a lot of people book 3, sell 2, close 1, and find other people to do the same. Does that make sense? That's what I'm fired up about. I'm fired about the opportunity to help people. Because I bet you Tamara and Kathy, they can do what you did. And if you have 2 people do that, then you start getting in some serious income up here. You'll be this like district manager. District managers are making somewhere on the order of $200,000 to $300,000 a year. Crazy, isn't it? So, would $200,000, $300,000 a year make a difference in your world? And we're going to help you do it. See, that's the thing about this is we can't make a dime until you make a dollar. Right, Katrina? We would never teach you how to do this wrong. We'd only compelled to teach you how to do it right. Because if I don't tell you how to do it right, then I'm hurting my own family, aren't I? And here's the other thing. You don't have to train them to do anything. See, because the natural thing is, well, I got to do this before I can train somebody. It's like, no, the system. Any university, remember I showed you any university, the hotspots, the agency managers that are going through, you don't have to train them to do a thing, right? You know what, if this business makes sense to you, I promise you it's going to make sense to Tamara or Kathy, and if it doesn't make sense to them, it'll make sense to somebody. You know what I mean? And we're working with Mutual of Omaha. Throw that name out there. It carries a lot of credibility. Anyway, I'm jacked up about this program. We are close to getting done.